I'm hearing a lot of confusion from home buyers right now about where we are in the real estate cycle. They're getting contradictory information, and it's making them unsure whether right now is a great time to buy or if they should step back and wait for a crash in housing prices to pull the trigger on buying that property. If you had clarity about how this real estate cycle compares to previous and what you might be able to expect over the next coming months and years, would that help you to feel more comfortable with making a decision? Well, in today's lesson, I want to give you a real estate reality check and uncover some statistics and relevant information to assist you in being more confident in your pursuit of buying a home.
Why does everybody need a real estate, let's call it like a reality check right now?
The market has been so hot for so long, and buyers are frustrated. Sellers are confused. They don't know if they should list now or if it's too late. And we're at a turning point in the market, and the shift has already started. Sure. It's a great time to just step back and really take that big picture view and make your strategy and make your plans for the future based on where we're at right now.
Can you discuss the current status of the real estate market?
For the last 2 years, it's been the strongest seller's market that we've seen in the country in decades. The sellers could name their price, name their terms, and they'd find somebody that was willing to buy the house based on what they were looking to sell it for. Buyers have been bruised, battered, beaten up like they just got out of a dogfight. A lot of them are, stepping back. So I know we have listeners from all over Connecticut, in Massachusetts, and throughout the country, but just because we're limited on time, I wanted to hone in on Hartford County, Connecticut. So the median sale price in Hartford County right now is $285,953. Median meaning half of the sales are below that price, half of the sales are above that price. So in the last 5 years, the appreciation in Hartford County is only about 5.5%. Very sustainable, right? If we look out in the future, they're forecasting 6.5% appreciation over the next year. And in the next 5 years, 23% appreciation. We're not at the height of the market. Prices do still have room to go. So if you were to buy a house for the median price today of $285,953, in the next 5 years, you would gain almost $81,000 in equity. Okay. The other thing is people are really concerned about this glut of supply coming on the market. There's going to be all these foreclosures and the prices are going to implode or crash. When I'm looking at the statistics, though, the inventory for every 1,000 people, there's only 4 homes for sale. That's not enough homes. So there is a huge undersupply.
What would you say the difference is between today's market and let's just go back 6 months ago?
I think the big thing is less competition. So 6 months ago, you could put an offer in on a home and you might have 20, 30, 40 other offers coming in. And that's not an exaggeration. Then today, you're talking about putting an offer in on that same home. Yes, there's competition, but 5, maybe 10 offers.
Okay.
So very realistic, something that can be overcome. So the number one difference is less competition, but at the same point, you're much higher in interest rate. You're talking about interest rates in the beginning of the year in the low 3s, high 2s. Now you're talking about interest rates in the high 5s, low 6s. What that means to a buyer is higher monthly payments. The last thing that I want to mention on differences between 6 months ago to today is the inventory levels. Housing inventory in June was 19% higher than a year ago. That's a significant increase, but when we look at pre-COVID, overall inventory is still about half.
What are some myths and misconceptions in today's market?
Myth that I hear is this is a bad time to buy. Prices are too high. It's not a good time to buy. It's not a bad time to buy right now. It's actually a great time to buy, especially when you look at the last couple years because of the competition being less, because of the inventory being more. Prices are not too high because prices are based on what a buyer and seller agree to sell a property for. When the prices are too high, you will start seeing them come down. If you're going to sit there and wait for housing prices to crash, you're going to be sitting with the same people that were waiting for that in 2016, 17, 18, 19, and 5 years from now, you're going to wish you bought a house today because of the statistics that we're talking about.
Talk about the demand drivers in the current market, let's say versus previous real estate boom and the bus cycle. Remember that in the early 2000s?
Big differences are back then. Demand was driven by easy mortgages. You can get a mortgage basically by fogging a mirror. You didn't really have to put any money down. You didn't have to have good credit. So it was like, where do I sign and how many houses can I buy? Contrast that to today. Real demand. Real household formations going on.
What is the best way for someone who is finally ready to begin the home buying process? Like, where do they just start online?
Right.
Or what? How do you begin the process?
Really, the first step in that process is get with a lender as soon as possible. Get in touch with me, get in touch with your mortgage advisor, get in touch with somebody that has experience to start the pre-approval process to know where you're at. Hopefully now you see that there are some amazing opportunities to buy real estate right now. You just have to know where to look and the right questions to ask. If you found value in our lesson today, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Also smash the bell so you get notified on all of our future content, and share this video with somebody else that's also going to find value here. I do offer consultation, so if I can be of assistance to you or anyone that you know, reach out to me by call, text, or private message. You can call or text me at 860-413-3938. Hope that helps, and we'll see you soon. Take care.